Hello, all you denizens, interlopers, newbies and veterans of the world of Web3. Welcome to DappRadar's Off the Blockchain. With me, I have a man who can't stop gaming and a man who will always purchase your token if you do an AMA with him.
Hey, careful.
We have Robert and Ian. You have me, your host, excited host at the moment, Charlie. I'm off on holiday tomorrow to France, so I'm in a very, very good mood. I'm looking forward to even more heat. So welcome to the show. Like and subscribe if you're a regular listener. You can catch up on Spotify, obviously on YouTube. We put out clips of the show on Twitter as well, so follow us there. Right, so what we've got coming up in the show today, we have all the big topics. We have NFTs, very broad, very big thing to talk about. We'll be looking into crypto exploits, the growing trend that seems to have got even bigger this year in 2022. We'll be looking at what the space might be doing to combat that and all those sort of things. And for all the gamers out there, Rob has his top tips to get you through the summer for gaming, or depending on where you are in the winter. So before we get into any of those things, firstly, I want to see how you two are. Man, back from holiday. Rob, how's it going?
Holiday. Yeah, okay. I was 2 days off. Let's
Holiday, yeah.
and I was sitting with my ass on the beach. So yeah, that's true. That being said, just to refer back to your trip to France, you do realize that UK is also getting a heat wave, right? So for good weather, you don't need to go to France.
No, we're going to see some friends from Australia who we haven't seen for a number of years, and they're over in France at the moment. So we thought we'd meet them halfway and pop over.
Halfway between the. That's how deformed
French. So
that's how deformed your perspective on the world is when you say France is halfway between Australia and the UK.
Brexit means Brexit.
But everything's fine with me, man. It's I'm in a good mood. Playing Guild of Guardians. An alpha is out right now, so playing that one. Joined a guild in Splinterlands. So even gaming wise, it's
How do gaming guilds work like that? The ones that you just joined?
No, you get extra battle options called brawls, guild brawls. With that, there's extra reward opportunities. There are special cards that you can earn. So it just adds a layer to the game, basically.
Does the guild have a partnership with the game, or are they part of the game, or are they their own separate entity? So how do you get the
No, they're part of the game. I don't know. I don't quite know what you mean.
But have they got a partnership? Have they got a partnership with Splinterlands where they open?
Hold on. Oh, no, it's in the game. It's not a guild like Youth Guild games or like they.
Oh, okay.
It's just if you pay X amount of tokens, then you can start your own guild in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, Youth Guild games and those Merit Circle, they're also in Splinterlands, but the functionality of guilds is something that works in the game itself.
I'm with you. Cool. Ian, what's the latest?
Cut my beard, if anyone's interested in that.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you're looking very sharp.
I'm having a pretty cool week because I've been spending quite a bit of time doing some analysis, basically, looking at things that perhaps on the DappRadar website and kind of taking a bit of time out to look around and kind of assess what's what. And it's kind of in this theory of, builders period or whatever. We're in a builders phase. I've just been taking my time to kind of go through each page leaf by leaf and try to figure out what's good, what's not, what I think about certain things. And it's been a cool kind of, nice experience to kind of dive in and just quite interesting from a UX perspective and just having a bit of fun.
Yeah, I guess when the hype dies down, it's a good chance to sit back and see kind of what's good, what's not, and
reassess.
That now. Yeah. Reset and
reassess all those tokens you bought after the AMAs. See which ones are hot.
How are they all doing?
You've been doing AMAs for 6 months, so that's one per week.
There's a buttload of tokens.
So you have a buttload of tokens.
But it just is a testament to how good these guys do at talking and articulating their ideas, in my opinion. Like hypey projects are cool and yeah, it sounds good. But yeah, to answer the question, pretty good week, mate. No complaints as always.
Cool. Right, let's move on to our first topic. We want to discuss NFTs, and we haven't got a particular story around this. We just want to see what's been happening there, and just there's a few things that have been happening in that space. And as you say, in the sort of downtime, certain areas have been growing and moving and shifting, and we were moving maybe now into a new space of NFTs. And it's just the thing that got me thinking about that was that GameStop just launched their NFT marketplace, and I think am I right in saying this, in 24 hours it did sort of $2 million in volume, $2 million.
That's what.
Yeah, like there was like there are two tweets out there. So one says after 24 hours, 1.6 million, and the other one said within the first day 2 million. So it's
somewhere around that mark. So a volume and I'll just say now that GameStop's done quite well out of this. I think they made 42k in the first day then from marketplace fees, which is quite nice for them. But it's just there's a new player in town in marketplaces. They seem to be popping up quite regularly. We spoke, I think, a couple of weeks ago about OpenSea's share being slightly eroded as more players come into the game. But yeah, I saw that happened with GameStop, and I just wanted to say that it surprised me because Coinbase, apparently $1 million would be 60% of Coinbase's all-time sales. And I just want to hold my hands up and say that I was wrong when I said that Coinbase would be a huge success. And Ian, I think you said that you didn't think Coinbase would be such a big success. And your experience to show through here because you were right.
It wasn't. There's no right or wrong, is there, man? Like we both had a look at it objectively, and I think you used I would also assume that's such a huge platform. You look at how many numbers they've got, but then if you just pause for a minute and think about the demographics of GameStop and the demographics of Coinbase users, for me, I mean, there's another point here as well, but Coinbase is pretty old, it's pretty established. It's kind of like the boring trading platform, in my opinion. It was one of the first ones where people started getting involved. GameStop is like really kind of fresh and new and vibing and Reddit focused and Twitter focused and very younger perspective, I would say, new money coming in there rather than old money. And I've actually been mostly interested to see what's going on in regards to the NFT trading on GameStop. Are they interested in collecting them, or is this all about flipping and profit, which is what GameStop generally users are about? So I'll be interested to see, is it just about flipping and profit, or is it about...
You said they're about flipping and profit based on last year's crazy GameStop bull run?
I'd say so, yeah. I'd just say that the demographics of the users, they're based on that. Like they're about money making, so much as collecting NFTs. Like I'm not saying that other people are all about collecting NFTs, but yeah, I just think the demographics outlined there and the power of their marketing is slightly different. And yeah, it would be like buying an NFT off like, I don't know how to explain it, like a really boring company selling something quite cool. I don't usually go for that. But like if a cool company is selling something cool, it's a little bit cooler. So yeah.
But you know, the whole GameStop thing, like right now, like you're referring mostly to the what is it? When like normal traders pumped the GameStop stock value, and you know that entire story, right? So that's the whole Reddit background.
Yeah.
Like GameStop itself as a brand, like it's gone. Like it's.
You mean as a game company?
It's video game retail. And
yeah.
I mean, video game retail has been in a tough spot for the past 5 years with the rise of digital distribution.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like I'm excited. It's super to me. This is super interesting because like it uses L2 loop ring right now. The things you can buy are character NFTs, like PFP type of things. Like, there's nothing game related yet.
No.
So it feels a bit weird. However, like they will implement immutable X at some point soon, which would open up GameStop NFT marketplace, you know, to gaming projects like Gods and Chains, like Guild of Guardians, and others. So yeah, I think it's a cool thing that they are that they're live right now. A bit surprised that it's going so well on a platform like Loopring, which is a little bit. I'm not going to say niche, but it is. Yeah.
But yeah, as Ian kind of alluded to, they've obviously got their still. I don't know if they've got a dedicated fan base, but they're obviously quite famous because of what happened last year. That made the news sort of all over the world, especially during a lockdown where we had nothing else to do. That sort of
It's true, though,
media,
isn't it, right? Like,
social media-based bull run was really unusual, and it put hedge funds out of business, and it made the news for quite a few weeks. A lot of people made some money, a lot of people lost some money, but they've obviously pivoted quite well to go from being a video game retailer to being I guess they're not even an NFT retailer, they're an NFT marketplace. So that's almost a completely different business model, but they've just obviously leveraged the brand to get to where they are now. Did you say they're on a mutual X, Rob?
No, they will be.
yeah.
There will be, yeah. But when I don't know. Honestly, I haven't read it, but they will come to IMX.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things at the moment in IMX, and yeah, cool platform.
As Charlie knows all about IMX.
Well, I got called a shill for IMX on Twitter the other day, just because I wrote some stories about them. But as we do at DappRadar, if we write stories about people who are doing good things, and IMX seems to be putting out loads where they're crossing loads of milestones. Sort of, it seems to be every week they're just doing more and more. So we wrote about them.
But it's interesting, right? I mean, we're talking about 2 million NFTs, $2 million in NFTs, 45,000 NFTs sold. Top of my head,
Yeah.
That makes
Average
the
price.
NFTs pretty cheap. Like they're really low value NFTs. Well, generally, like what we've been seeing lately is like that the blue chip stuff still does very well, but everything else kind of drops off the charts. So from that perspective, this success is kind of interesting.
Yeah, going against the grain of things at the moment.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what's selling, and like maybe on the next chat, maybe we can dive in a bit deeper now after they've launched and look at things like that, because it'd be interesting, like you say, Rob, they're not selling blue chip. It's not those, and the average value of the sale is pretty low. So what is it that's selling there? Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that. But yeah, we have seen a lot of blue chip activity though, haven't we, over the last few weeks because of the sort of drop in the price of ETH. And perhaps people hedging bets against, getting bargains, basically. If you go to the top 10 NFT sales in the last 7 days, it's dominated with CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club, right?
But you still do see those every maybe 1 or 2 days on Twitter, you see that thing pop up where like another CryptoPunk's been sold for like $1 million plus. Yeah. So the bargain might be stretching the term a bit.
Yeah, it depends if you know the history of the objects.
Yeah,
right?
if
like,
you know the history, yeah, and if you know the
I
right
knew
ones.
at one point it was like $500, and then at one point it was $1 million. So if it's now 500,000, that is a bargain, right? But
yeah, and there were definitely CryptoPunks had that little period of pumping where I can't remember what happened, but they seemed to just shoot up in value over the weekend because I think it was Yuga Labs announced something or other. They announced the new guy to be the head of CryptoPunks marketing, didn't they?
Well, there was also some speculation there that there was a bit dodgy and that information had come out prior to and then all this trading erupted afterwards.
Yeah, but before that, the cheapest CryptoPunks were going for like 50 grand, which actually in the big scheme of things did represent a bargain if you compare it to its previous floor price.
I mean, there's...
you know what's interesting? Like if that 50K or 100K is too much, there's now a platform where you can lend money to buy a blue chip.
So how does that work?
How it works exactly, and I'm not a technical guy, so I can't say how it works exactly.
For
the
user,
it's something for the user. Like you say, I want to buy this particular Bored Ape or CryptoPunk.
Yeah,
let's say it costs 100K.
Yeah.
Then the platform will say, okay, it's because of this collection, you need to have a down payment of 50%. The remaining 50%, they will find lenders from their pool who are willing to participate in that. So then, assuming that they find the money, or the platform finds the money, then the NFT will be bought, put in escrow until you have fulfilled your complete payment. Of course, all within a time frame, and assuming that you manage to get the remaining money on the table, then the punk and the NFT will be yours. If you're not able, then
what happens?
question.
What happens then? Do you get your money back? Do you get your 50 back?
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
But in that time, if your NFT goes up in value, obviously
I don't know if you own it though. You wouldn't be able to sell it if it increases in value before you get your hands on it because you've paid for it. But technically, Charlie, that's right. You could make the deal in January for 100 grand CryptoPunk.
Pay it off by December.
But you're not going to get impermanent loss here. Like, surely they're not this silly. They're going to factor all this in, right?
No, but
but that's why it's blue chip only, for example.
So it's so say
they still get their money. They still get their money. You get the objects. You then get to sell it at a higher value if you think that it is, or at a lower value and lose and not even break even,
or just hold it and hope it goes up in value. Yeah,
interesting dynamic there, isn't it? To I mean, you can already sort of do this anyway. You can take a crypto loan and go and buy a CryptoPunk. Like it's already possible to do this.
Yeah, but it's director.
I mean, bottom line here is don't over leverage yourself at the moment.
Oh, in general, man. Personally, I would never borrow. I would never borrow money like that.
No, not for an NFT anyway.
No.
You know what the platform is called?
FOMO.com.
Almost. You give it a try, Charlie.
FUD.com.
Ape now, pay later.
See, now this is dangerous. I think I'm dead against these things. This is super dangerous to be enticing people to leverage, 50k, 100k. This is dangerous, I think.
And how much are they regulated to have to check people's? Can they pay it back? Is it going to make them not be able to eat or pay off their mortgage? Like, what sort of KYC checks will there be on this? I bet there won't be as many as getting a mortgage, which can be similar sort of value.
That's the beauty of
that. I assume you need to verify a wallet, or wallets to show that you are. But that's me assuming.
Yeah.
There's no collateral.
Like if you have something like NFTi, right? There's an existing lending platform where you borrow crypto and put your NFT as leverage. No, that's where the verification. So let's say Bored Apes again, 100k. You need to borrow money. You have a 100k Bored Ape. NFTi will say, "Oh, listen, okay, your Bored Ape is 100k. We are willing to give you 60k for this Bored Ape, and you need to pay back within X amount of weeks, months, days, whatever." Now that's a system where the leverage is there, like because your Bored Ape goes into escrow. If you don't repay, then Bored Ape gone. They will sell it. They will sell it on the market and take the profit.
Yeah.
So I think that crypto loans work as long as you have the leverage confirmed by the chain. It's an interesting thing with this.
Yeah, it's another development, isn't it? With what's happening at the moment. Something you said earlier, I think it was you, Rob, about who are these people buying all these quite small, low price NFTs on GameStop. It reminded me of a story that I saw that Bill Murray has released a new NFT collection, and I was wondering who is going to be buying these. Because
me and you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bill Murray fan, but I'm not quite sure you get with them. But it seems to have joined a string of celebrities who are bringing out NFTs, and some make sense and some don't so much. Like, Sia, the singer. So she's brought one out, but I think you could probably maybe go to a concert or you get free music or you get early music. But I don't know what you get with a Bill Murray NFT. You've two heard about this, haven't you? This Bill Murray NFT.
Yeah.
And what sort of utility has it got?
Isn't it like 1,000 memories of his career, something like that? Something weird like that?
Just get the films.
just get Netflix or Amazon Prime and.
Basically, yeah. So what I'm saying is, some celeb NFTs make sense. Like Snoop Dogg's doggies, you could probably, it gets you utility within the sandbox. Musicians NFTs, I think, do work because you get early access to songs, you get ownership of songs, you get access to concerts and maybe like backstage stuff. But then some people like Bill Murray, you kind of just think, are you jumping on a bit of a train? And
do you guys remember the Shatner collection? Charlie, you might not remember this. Rob, you might remember the Shatner collection. I can see
William Shatner
putting his head in his hands already. So, okay, so I get it. I get what you're saying. Definitely, Bill Murray. Maybe he's jumping on a wagon here, but think of it from Bill's perspective. Like maybe he's just trying to.
Bill Shatner or Bill Murray?
Sorry, Bill. Now I'm all mixed up. Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah.
He's trying to immortalize. He could be theoretically trying to immortalize his legacy as a person who contributed quite a lot to the world of media and arts.
Maybe it's a very nice way of thinking about it, yeah.
I know it's a very idealistic way of thinking about someone who could potentially but does he really need to make money, Bill Murray? No, I don't think so. Is this a scam? No, I don't think so. But what's the point of it?
You're being so sweet for Mr. Murray.
Yeah,
I know.
Mr. Murray has an agency who needs to make money out of him.
He doesn't. Bill Murray's never had an agent or a manager. That's why I say what I say. Bill Murray's got a 1-800 number and a mobile phone. He's never had an agent. He's a weirdo. So it's not about money, I don't think.
You're not going to tell me he does this NFT stuff by himself.
Maybe he doesn't do his NFT stuff by himself, but why not? Why couldn't he?
Maybe someone approached him and said, look,
yeah,
I will set this. You can take half the profits. I'll set these NFTs up for you, and then we'll split the profits. He's got to do nothing. His content's already there.
Exactly. He's done all the hard work over his life scale. Now someone's come along and said, do you want me to monetize it in a new way? And he's
I'd love to hear his reasoning, basically, is what I'm saying.
I would as well, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, he's not the first celeb. There's loads of them, isn't there? Have you seen them all? All these different celebs with their NFTs and you can see all their wallets online and things like that.
It's become a vibe, right? Like this aping in, like the ape now. And that could drive things like ape now, pay later, where people get jealous of what they see in the celebrity world and they try to emulate it like we do in our lives sometimes, so these things are quite dangerous in my opinion. Celebrities, inflating the value of NFT collections fundamentally, but that's my opinion.
Like Bill Murray now has a CryptoPunk. He has a Cool Cat. What else did he have? CryptoPunk, Cool Cat, some other things. Yeah, why not?
Let's have a look in Bill Murray's wallet. But first of all, before doing Bill Murray's wallet, I guess we should just show how you do that in the first place on DappRadar, which would be quite kind of useful, right?
Yeah, okay, cool.
We can dive into that.
Talk us through it, Ian.
Let's get into it. 1 second. There we go. All righty. So
we're on DappRadar.
So you land on DappRadar. This is your first place to come. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to navigate to the portfolio. All right. So you click on this one first. Ooh. We're straight into our wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a wallet here, and I'm going to show you my wallet. Don't get excited. There's nothing much in there. We're going to add my wallet. So you simply put in I'm using an ENS domain name because I'm fancy, or you can just use your wallet address from MetaMask, or you can connect in any way. It's fairly straightforward. You just put that in there. So copy and paste, add the wallet, and then we'll click on it. And now we're going to have a look inside. So this is the contents of my wallet that you're seeing here. And the basic UX is that you come over here and you see you've got tokens, NFT gallery, financial view, and usage stats. But your homepage is basically giving a value of your wealth over time, what your tokens are worth, what your NFTs are worth. And here you can open this and you can see all your tokens. I kind of like this because sometimes I get into tokens and then I forget. And if you use this, it will just show you everything in your wallet. If you didn't add it to MetaMask, then you may have forgotten. So some of them are here.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
What I mean, like it sounds a bit luxurious, like, oh, you've forgotten about tokens, you must be loaded. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. I found a couple of tokens on Matic, for example, that I'd forgotten about.
But yeah, they don't automatically show up on MetaMask all the time, especially the smaller ones.
yeah, you got to add them. So and you can have a pleasant surprise sometimes with that. So yeah, here's your basic overview, and this is what you've got here. Down here, you can tell us how you feel about it. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Also, Ian, I'm just going to jump in there.
Yeah.
I know that we've got the DappRadar's got its mobile app launching soon as well, so you can basically carry your portfolio around in your pocket, so you don't have to add anything to MetaMask. You can just see it in your portfolio from your phone, which is quite cool as well.
Yeah, that's coming
I've had
soon.
a sneak peek of that new mobile app. It's really good, actually.
It works really well. It's nice. So yeah, you've got this, and you've got so up here you'll see Ethereum, BNB chain, and Polygon. So here we're looking at my tokens on Ethereum. If I click BNB chain, obviously we're going to see what's on BNB chain. These are the ones I was talking about. Panther Swap aped into a couple of debatable tokens back in the day, and yeah, they popped up here.
During the crazy days.
I think that was the crazy days of DeFi that Rob will remember really well when we were writing.
Yeah.
And like
Panther Swap, Tiger Swap, Jaguar Swap,
Ant Swap, Dog Swap, Cat Swap. They were all there, right? Like every week. So that's the basic overview. Tokens, that's that. So NFT gallery, this is where it gets a bit cooler. I haven't got many NFTs, so it's not actually that cool to look at, but there's my ENS name, a fake tree that I bought, and then a real tree that I bought with both are question marked, but that's just the way they are right now. Financial view on this is cool as well. So over here, you've got gallery, so that's visual, and the financial view. So you can see amount you spent. My NFTs are not particularly hot, so there's not a great deal of data around them. And then clicking on that, you can jump into your actual address and you can see the trading history, things like that. So you've got a really sort of overview of everything in your wallet here. So NFT gallery. Then we can jump into NFT financial view, which we did. And then we've also got usage stats, which I think is very cool.
Can be good, can be bad, depending on how.
Make you happy or make you sad, right? Like, so you can see all the dApps that you've interacted with over time. Good job, nobody saw that one. Everyone will be laughing at me. So these ones are here. So dApps use 12. And this is not my only wallet, so don't get the wrong idea. Like, I've not only used 12 dApps in the last 5 years. This is just one wallet that I've got. But the cool thing here is your total gas spent, total funds sent, and total funds received. To see the amount of gas you've spent over time is shocking yet interesting, I would say.
So can you show me Bill Murray? Because now I'm curious.
Yes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your article, Robert, on our blog called Celebrity Crypto and NFT Wallets, which you can find here under the crypto wallets. So you click on that, and our man Rob has created this beautiful list of the top wallets in the space. So you can see Steve Aoki at the top with 5.6 mil. Where is
He's
what number?
Man of his own NFT collection, Steve Aoki.
Steve Aoki.
Up. Now you're going too far.
Uh-oh.
What number?
Up 26. 26 is Bill Murray.
There he is. Actor and Ghostbuster Bill Murray. I like that. Total wallet value, 140K. So this is what we're going to do. So we showed you the portfolio. It's not just for your portfolio. You can type in any wallet address there and have a look inside. So we're going to now have a look inside.
Because of the transparent nature of blockchain technology, you can look at anyone doing anything.
Exactly. So Bill, he's got 135 grand in his account. Fair play to Bill. Let's have a look what he's holding. Interesting. Got himself a bit of Matic. He's obviously doing a few trades. Got a bit of ETH in there. Probably for buying NFTs. It looks like he's heavy. 112,000 of his portfolio is made up of NFTs. There's his new CryptoPunk.
Yeah, CryptoPunk, Gothic Cat, Roll the Women, the Cool Cat.
Yeah. Armadillo.
Boss Beauties, interesting.
Is it Armadillo? That's V-Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we got high to low. Let's just, but yeah, I mean, the reason this is really cool.
Like this is all junk.
Yeah, he's got some fakies here, hasn't he? These are ones he's been sent.
Yes.
Yeah. That was quite funny.
So if you go to trading history for this one, you will see, you see transfer from wallet to wallet. It's never been sold, only been sent to people.
So somebody made that for Bill and sent it to him, basically. It's
quite funny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is Bill's NFT collection, which is kind of cool. So you can jump into his CryptoPunk. Let's have a look at the trading history of his CryptoPunk. Yesterday, sale for 78.9 ETH. Ooh. Ooh.
Then move from wallet to wallet.
Interesting. So
4
scanning,
days ago it sold as well.
yeah. You can see here the fluctuation in price is quite interesting as well. 7 months ago, 62 ETH, higher yesterday sale than 7 months ago, which is kind of
higher in ETH value.
ETH value, but not in dollar value.
In dollar value, it was
sorry, yes,
it
correct.
was 62
Divided by
higher
4.
Yeah. correct. And then let's see what Bill's using. Let's see if he's only 2 dapps for Bill. OpenSea and X2Y2. Look at that though.
X2Y2 is interesting.
Yeah.
That's
so he's
interesting.
chosen that as a platform to go to. That's kind of interesting. So Bill actually looks like he knows what he's up to a little bit here.
Can you show me NFT financial view?
Yes.
So he made a profit so far on his VFriends.
$200 on VFriends, $300 on Cool Cats, and everything else is a loss at the time being. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are working with losses at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah,
this is true. So yeah, this is a great way to dive in, and we can go back to there, and there's all sorts of wallets here. Madonna, jump in, same again. Why we think this is cool? Because in some of these people, it's interesting to look inside their wallets and see what they're up to, and see what they're aping into and what they get involved with, and what they're buying and selling. It's interesting. Yeah. So we'll give a little show and tell there as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian.
That's Ian. I like occasionally snooping on what famous people are doing and just looking at how much and you can see the ones that really mean it as well. Like Eminem just got his Bored Ape and he doesn't really seem to do much with it, whereas Snoop Dogg clearly is.
Yeah, he doesn't do much. He released a music video together with Snoop where he used his Bored Ape.
That's absolutely true. But he also didn't pick up his ape coins as well, which was he could have got like.
Is he still not?
No. Well, last I checked, he hadn't picked up his airdrop ape coins.
See, that's interesting as well, isn't it? Even being able to tell that like I don't know why
he doesn't want to pay the taxes.
Yeah, true. He'll wait till April next year. It's but yeah, it's a great way to dive into other people's portfolios, and it's similar to trading advice in that you can see what people are getting into, and also, as we said, that celebrities influence NFT sales moreover, like totally. So if a celebrity apes in, there's a chance that the value may rise. So yeah.
Interesting. You know what I said earlier about everything on the blockchain being open and transparent, and that's sometimes a good thing. I wonder if that has maybe contributed to the recent string of exploits that we've been seeing, sort of definitely 2022. Loads of things have been happening recently. There was a Uniswap phishing attack. I think it was yesterday, or maybe the day before. $8.8 million was stolen. I looked at it the other day. In June, Forbes reported that $1 billion worth of crypto had been stolen in the half year so far.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask both of you was, do you think this is just something we're going to have to deal with now in Web3 space? It's just hacks, exploits, people stealing stuff. Is it something we're going to have to deal with? Can it be fixed? Can it be stopped? Whose responsibility is it to stop it? I just wonder if people are going to have to get used to seeing more and more of these sort of news stories.
Yeah, like cybersecurity in general is a very tricky topic. Like, yes, it will improve, but cyber criminals will also get better. It all starts with education, like knowing the risks, knowing the traps you can fall for. Like receiving an email from MetaMask, where the sender says, "Oh, your MetaMask wallet is compromised. You need to change your password, seed phrase, whatever." Like, MetaMask doesn't even know your email address. Like, they can't send you an email, and that type of basic knowledge. That's something that needs to come. And people are very gullible and fall for stuff very, very easily. So for now, it's something we have to deal with, and it all comes down to education. And some people say like, the onboarding process needs to get easier, blah 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 blah. People don't need to deal with private keys and seed phrases. To be honest, I don't think that's entirely true. if you look at let's say Facebook accounts or email addresses, like they are a hot commodity on the dark web for a particular reason. So add value, add money to that, and this is stuff that will remain for a very long time.
Yeah.
Does it mean that it can be stopped? That it can't be stopped? No, of course not. It can be stopped. There can be consequences. There can be a better. I'm not going to say regulation because I hate that term, but a better set of rules and standardization would help a lot.
Who would set those rules, though? Would it be governments and authorities, or would it be the community itself?
Both. I think governments and institutions are often too old-fashioned. They need that expert input. Now somebody in the government who has been assigned to become the Web3 expert is not a Web3 expert after reading online for 2 months and never that's of course bullshit. Like if you have an Ernst & Young or a McKinsey or all those type of firms, like they preach truth, but they don't know truth always, and that type of advisory is also very dangerous. But it's what we have to deal with right now. I think we will have to deal with scams for a long time.
Yeah. I think it's just human nature, isn't it? It's just going to be. We've done it before. People have always been out to make a quick buck, whether it's stealing or tricking people. So it's going to kind of carry on in this world as well, because it's still just something that's built by humans.
But it's interesting, right? I mean, you have those hackers that did Bitfinex a couple of years ago, and who got arrested, or supposedly the hackers. I don't know if they're really the hackers, but somebody was arrested for that. It shows that law enforcement is catching up. I think we will see a lot more of that. I'm not going to point it out as a bad thing or a good thing, but it's something that will happen a lot more. And like, blockchain is not a Wild West. Like right now, it feels like a Wild West because there's a lack of rules and, again, standardization. But the moment we have that rule set in place and people become, now I'm not going to say KYC is the answer to all, but it is quite a good answer to prevent scamming. So yeah, it's a tricky topic, but there will be an end. Like even in banking system, there's a lot of criminal activity. So to think that in crypto we will remove all criminal activity from the world, that's a bit disillusional. But I think we will come to a moment in time where
Ian,
it will be better.
I know you were looking at the other day, Ian, about how much is actually stolen from sort of the old centralized world. So basically $1 billion was stolen this year so far in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money.
And TVL in DeFi currently stands at around $73 billion. So
like 1/73rd.
As a percentage, 1/73rd of the total value locked into the DeFi industry has been swiped away. But I mean, just to compare that with like the normal traditional world, like according to the United Nations, every year $1 trillion is paid in bribes, 2.6 trillion is stolen through corruption, and that represents 5% of global GDP. So I think, like what Robert is saying as well, and I always say this, I think it's an incredible injustice that people point at crypto and blockchain as being some haven for criminality of all types. I read through the Panama Papers. I didn't see no crypto in there. So I think it's very unfair that the fingers are always pointed at crypto as being this dark place where all these bad things are happening. Like, human greed exists everywhere in the world, and until you eliminate greed, you won't eliminate scams. So that's not exclusive to crypto or blockchain or anything. It's worldwide.
People, yeah.
It's exclusive to humans. So unless you've got a button to evolve humans to be better at what they do, we'll stay here for a long time to come. Corruption and money has always been played its part. But what's important is as well, it's how we speak about it. And I think that was quite nicely done with the Uniswap case recently, where a lot of media outlets jumped on it, and the headline made it sound like it was Uniswap's fault. Uniswap made a mistake again. Loads of people lost their money, and we know how people read things. They generally read the headline and the opening paragraph, and then they give up basically. Yeah. So, and you're giving people the impression here that Uniswap has somehow failed its customers, and this is not true. And that didn't happen at all. It wasn't Uniswap's fault. The people whose fault it was the frankly greedy people that thought they were entitled to 400 uni tokens all of a sudden, bought into it really fast, didn't check anything, started clicking buttons, and got scammed.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? Is that their fault, or that's not Hayden Adams' fault?
It's also the hacker's fault to an extent.
Oh yeah, of course, he set it all up to cash in on.
You don't want to victim blame it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, okay, those people who click the buttons, they're victims.
You should know. It's like I said to you earlier about, back in the day when you'd get an email saying there's a prince in a foreign country who wants to give you £1 million, send us 50 grand to unlock it, and it's kind of like, we know those tricks from 20 years ago. These are the same ones, just with different tools.
Another thing as well was like looking through the wallet addresses affected by this hack. These are not newbies. These are people with ENS domain names. These are people who know what they're up to in crypto, and they're getting scammed. So I think the most important thing for me here is that, yes, we have a problem. Are we anywhere near fixing it? Really, no, because, people who still know working in this industry, I got scammed like a few weeks ago with one of these stupid token hacks. I've been doing this for like 8-9 years. So we're not safe yet. So let's not onboard our mothers into a world of unsafe applications. Let's get things right first, would be my view on it. But
I think about the education thing.
Yeah, of course, it's about education, but that's what makes it interesting for me. Why there's tons of education out there, but these crypto natives who have got ENS domain names and embed with it for years, they don't know. Are we doing a job of like educating people?
What's kind of interesting? Like, it's a wild west because many platforms allow you to click on stuff. Let's say Google. Like search for Uniswap on Google. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm pretty confident. Like the first 2 results are scam platforms.
Never go on ad links, basically.
No, but it's so easy to make the mistake, and like I thankfully have never done it, but I can imagine it's so super easy to simply just be like click, okay, go, and suddenly you're on the wrong website. Yep. That being said, and just to plug DappRadar a little bit, like working with curation and working with a platform that verifies and takes away lots of the risks you run into as a user. Simply, by using DappRadar, you basically remove the risk of clicking scam links on Google. Yeah. So I think there's you say education, like it's education, but it's also like the availability of safety.
Yeah.
And like very many Web 2 like popular locations, Google, Twitter, they only have limited security. Like you Google scam links, Twitter fake profiles. Like I receive on a daily basis. Like I get invites for the other side, but from different usernames.
Why don't you take them?
yeah, exactly.
You don't want to get another site.
Legit.
You don't want to get another plot of land.
Yeah, I want some free land. Yeah. So like it's super tricky, and from that perspective, it really is a wild west out there. Yeah. But there is security, and
there are people making.
And again, something like DappRadar is very useful, even for that. Like even if you're not looking for rankings, you're not looking for portfolio, you're not interested in doing anything, just getting securely from one blockchain application to the other, DappRadar does wonders.
Yeah, that's what.
And it's such a stupid thing to pimp here, but it's true.
So because obviously you say, we've got the links to all the different things you need to go to. Like if you want to get to Uniswap properly, go via DappRadar.
Yeah, and of course, once you're there, bookmark it. Don't.
Yeah. You don't always have to come to DappRadar, but you've got. Yeah, but you're not trying to sell here. You're trying to say that there are tools to stay as safe as possible. Yeah.
Staying safe is super important to people as well. They want to stay safe. I just think perhaps they get blindsided sometimes in the pursuit of the big gold bar is at the end, and you lose your inhibition a little bit. So we have to conquer that as well. In an industry driven by money, it's hard to knock reality into people sometimes as well and be 8,000% rewards. Think for a minute, and they don't. They're just yeah, I'll go for it. But it's just a case of, if it's too good to be true, it probably
is. Yeah.
Simple, right?
Right, so there's the line that you need to remember. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. You've probably heard it before, but it's worth reminding because it's definitely true. But from that slightly thorny issue of exploits and security, we're going to move on to something that's a bit more fun, a bit more interesting, and maybe a bit more lighthearted, I should say. Not more interesting, more lighthearted. Rob, I want you to talk us through your games that are going to get people through the summer.
Yeah, so everybody in the Northern Hemisphere is enjoying summer right now. Some people go to France, others stay at home.
Others go to the beach.
Others go to the beach. Wherever you're going, a good chance you'll be taking your phone with you to play some video games. Mm-hmm. Now, all seriousness, there are a whole bunch of blockchain games that have some pretty cool milestones coming up or just released. I want to list them a little bit. First off, there's a mobile game called Guild of Guardians running on Immutable X. Right now, the alpha is live. It's only accessible for those who have been approved. Immutable will, at some point, add more people to the whitelist. So if you didn't do that yet, make sure you get on that whitelist. And I think you need to tell them why you are a good candidate. Tell them you know DappRadar, whatever.
Yeah, tell them you know Rob.
But this whole alpha doesn't use NFTs. There's no earning mechanic to it yet. It's just gameplay, but really, it's good. It's honestly a good mobile game.
Give us a 30-second rough outline of what the game, how it works, what it is, what do you do?
Okay, top-down dungeon crawler with levels taking 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. That's quick.
So it's fast-paced. It's quite deep gameplay-wise. Lots of dodging. You can swap characters on the fly, so you can activate their ultimate powers. It's pretty cool.
And you can play on your phone, can you?
Only on your phone. It's a mobile game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Not taking up to the beach.
Can I jump to the next one?
You may. Go.
Okay,
go.
Cool. So my neighbor Alice, for everybody who has ever played Animal Crossing, is a very cute village-type social adventure game. The alpha season 1 is right now live. It's only available to those who hold land NFTs. So if you're really interested, you can buy it. Land NFTs are, I think, on BNB chain. Don't quote me on this. But my neighbor Alice alpha is live. There's some quests. There's some fishing activities, and it's the first time people can actually play the game. So that's pretty cool. Later this summer, the Sandbox will launch its alpha season 3.
Big one.
That's a big one. Yes. The cool thing is, everybody can play. It's on PC only. So it's not mobile. It's PC only, and only users holding an alpha pass they get to earn Sand tokens. They get to participate in the play to earn element.
Play to earn, yeah. I've got a question about the Sandbox and the missions that you do on
Wait. You're talking about the third season of the sandbox, right?
Yes.
You don't need the alpha pass. You only need that at the end to claim. You can play.
That's what I said. Everybody can play,
sorry,
but you can only earn using the pass.
Yeah.
Cool. The only reason I say it is because I got a message from Sebastian after I wrote the article, so I needed to just be clear on this one.
Yeah.
My question about the sandbox is: who designs the missions on the sandbox? Is it the game themselves, or is it the community, like creators in the community?
Now, it's a little bit of both. Like the sandbox, the sandbox makes its like the hubs are owned by the sandbox. But once you are so from the hub you go to different worlds, and once you enter a different world, it's owned by a person or a company or a DAO or a community or whatever. And then they do like quests in that particular zone. So let's say, we don't have it, but let's say DappRadar has a piece of land in the sandbox. Then DappRadar can make their own quests in their own world, and people can be active.
I've got one more question before we move on to the next one. You know MetaKey and Meta Crew?
Yeah.
Will we be able to play with our Meta Crew characters in the third alpha, in Alpha 3 this summer?
Good question. I don't know. Like I know they're working on it. I have no idea if that will coincide with this Alpha 3 season. To be honest, I know they will have it. You won't need Meta Key for this, by the way. You need Meta Crew.
Yeah, I've got both. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not sure if it coincides. I know they're working on it, but I don't know.
They said this one was going to be more about like avatars, right? That they were going to bring more gameplay.
Okay, so if that's true, then it might very well be. Yeah, I mean, World of Women, they're doing something similar.
Yeah, they're making a creative space, aren't they? Like educational
board apes.
Yeah. Still, there's some info to come in this regard. I think they've just kind of announced it, register, but I think there's more to come to fill the gaps of info here in the next few weeks.
And DappRadar will bring you that news when it comes out.
Next one, because else this section will become very long. Quick one, Farsight, which is a space exploration mining economy type of game. It's very, very deep in terms of its economy features. Think along the lines of EVE Online, like if you're familiar with that type of stuff. It's kind of complex to get started. You need to have a spaceship with a mining laser and a radar on it, and they're kind of limited on the market, so it's kind of difficult to get them. But it's
You're not selling it to me.
You're not selling
I'm not really selling it. I'm not really selling it. It's really a niche product. Like it's not meant to be like everybody jump into Farsight, because it's way too hardcore.
Just people who love digital mining with lasers.
Yeah, it's just but
like lasers.
Like Farsight doesn't have a story. It's Farsight just is, and it makes it very difficult. Like you can't explain what it is. Like right now, I can say it's a mining game. Next month, maybe guilds have formed, and there's all-out war happening. And people are destroying each other's ships.
Story, don't they?
Like who knows what will happen? And that to me, that's kind of fascinating, but it's also a real-time sinker.
Yeah.
Decentralization. Right, next one. Go.
Next one, trading card game, Dark Country. Land is now live, which means you can now earn SDM, which is the native token. You can earn SDM by winning PvP games in the trading card game, or by fulfilling land quests. So that's pretty cool if you're playing that game. It's on Flow and on the Wax blockchain. The Chain Monsters Beta Phase 2 is live at the moment for those with beta and alpha passes. It just has gotten a new update with some graphical improvements. And Splinterlands, 14 more days until the SPS airdrop will end. So keep your eyes open for that. That means no more SPS dropping to the community. And last but definitely not least, this Saturday, July 16th, there will be the other side's first trip tech demo. So there will be a tech demo for something that will in the future become the other side. What I find interesting is that the other side Twitter account refers to all the people as voyagers, not as apes, which kind of underlines that other side will not be a Bored Ape exclusive thing. And it kind of refers back to that old trailer where you also saw a World of Women, a Meebit, a CryptoPunk, a Noun, and some other characters. So very likely we will, like, the Voyagers will be many other NFT characters in the future. And that's it.
You made it
pretty
through.
Cool stuff.
Very good. Yeah, loads of stuff to do there for the summer then. No, that was a good quick run through of quite a few games actually.
Good lot of games in there.
I want to see what comes out of other side. I want to see what they do with the hype, because obviously everyone was dying to get into and get a piece of land there, but are they going to make it worth people's while? Or remember all those massive gas fees? Ooh.
You know what's interesting? Like the other side uses I forgot the name, but uses a type of software where like hundreds of people can be on screen at the same time without lag, and all with also with voice control. Like, I don't know, voice control. I mean with voice chat. Oh, first of all, voice chat with 800 people. Like, please no.
Not for me.
But what's interesting is that I've seen some other tech demos using the same software, and it works ridiculously well. Like it's the lack of lag is ridiculous. It's if you played like many online games over the years, then you're probably quite familiar with busy zones and the lag that it sometimes causes. And yeah.
Somebody actually talking about that lag and saying that, like, in shooter games, you're not actually missing, it's the lag. And I was like, oh, that explains my entire shooting game career then.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the reason I was so bad.
Yes, it does, Ian. Yeah, exactly. Normally you would be headshotting everybody, but
everyone. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
All right, so there we have it. Let's leave it there on that fun and interesting note about all the games you can play this summer. When you're ever bored, you're on the beach, start playing Guild of Guardians and have some fun. We also went through NFTs, loads of stuff happening there. Don't know which direction it's going at the moment, but we'll soon find out. And exploits. Can we make things more secure? ? So I'm going to say goodbye from me. Do you want to say goodbye to our lovely audience?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we need to talk, Ian. Like, waving doesn't help. No.
Oh yeah, we have to actually speak in case.
Say goodbye to our listeners.
Bye, everybody.
All right, everybody. Cheers. Thank you very much, and enjoy your morning, afternoon, and evening.
Bye.